I take 5 supplements, and after a lot of experimentation, trial and error, a lot of research, I found that there are just 5 that are really worth your time. They're all relatively cheap, and they're all pretty much the same, whichever brand you buy or wherever you get them from. And they are vitamin D, fish oil, creatine monohydrate, a zinc and magnesium combination, and a protein shake. Now I'm going to go through each of those in no particular order, but before I do, I want to make it clear that I'm taking these supplements to supplement my diet, which I've already got under control, my workouts, which I'm already doing on a regular basis and making progress in, my regular sleep pattern, and a whole bunch of other healthy lifestyle habits that should come before you think about taking pills and powders and potions. All of the supplements I've listed do have a meaningful effect, but they only have a meaningful effect if all your other stuff is pretty well dialed in. Supplements are not medicine. They won't make you well or improve you if you're not already doing all of the other things you would normally need to do if you weren't going to be taking the supplement. A supplement will only top up what you're already doing. It won't make up for things that you're doing badly. So let's get into it. First, I take vitamin D because, like most modern human beings, I spend most of my time indoors, and I don't get very much ultraviolet light on my skin because I also wear clothes, and I live in the grey-skied land known as the United Kingdom, where we are so far north of the equator that even the sunlight that does get through isn't as intense with its ultraviolet rays as you would get closer to the equator. You might find information on the internet about how vitamin D supplementation is overstated as a need, but people forget that most of the English-speaking internet is American. And so while I wouldn't recommend that the average modern American takes vitamin D supplementation because their built-up areas are closer to the equator, I do recommend us Northern Europeans who spend most of our time indoors, especially if you have darker skin, taking a vitamin D supplement is an easy win because vitamin D helps with bone health and a bunch of other functions in your body. Secondly, I take fish oil because I don't actually eat that much fish, and there are certain types of fats that are very good for multiple functions across the body, including building cell walls, improving your immune system, improving your brain function. So these fats, omega-3s, omega-6s, and other fats that fall under a broad category that are found in fish oil supplements are a good thing to take. If you eat fish once or twice a week on a regular basis, then maybe you don't need the fish oil because the fish oil is in the fish. So if you have salmon twice a week, you don't need to bother, but most people can't afford that. So those 2 supplements highlight one specific principle, and that is supplementing deficiencies. So the reason you might want to take a supplement is to make up for a nutrient, a vitamin or a mineral that you're not able to get in from your normal diet. So you're deficient in that nutrient. And because the average regular diet of a modern person in the modern world doesn't adequately provide these nutrients, supplementation is a useful tool. Same goes for zinc and magnesium. Zinc and magnesium help with hormone health and good sleep. And if you're eating lots of leafy greens and just whole foods in general, it's likely that you're getting a good amount of zinc and magnesium. However, if you're taxing your body with workouts and just stress, it might be a good idea to get a bit more of that stuff in. The second principle is supplementing for performance. Now at the moment, I'm in a phase where I'm trying to build muscle, and as a result, I'm using my muscles for heavy workouts on a regular basis. And in order to use muscles like that, where you're lifting heavy or using a lot of muscle all at once with periods of like less than a minute, you're going to be using up a lot of creatine in your muscles. And so I supplement with creatine monohydrate to raise the baseline level of creatine that's in my muscles on a day-by-day basis, which first helps to improve my performance in the gym because I'm not struggling to replenish that from my food, and it also helps my muscles to recover and grow more quickly because it's not spending so much energy to build up those baseline creatine levels, so it can focus instead on building my muscles and channel resources into that. Final principle is supplementing for convenience. I've spoken before in a post about whey protein shakes and other types of protein shake, and protein shakes are just food. It's just like drinking milk, it's just like eating eggs. I'm eating a high protein food. The only difference is it's much more convenient for me to drink a shake than it is for me to eat an egg or drink 2 pints of milk or try to eat a steak when I'm sat at my desk at work. I would much rather down a shake, which takes 30 seconds, than try and eat a chicken breast and get the same amount of protein but feel more full, sit there chewing, have to carry a cooked chicken breast around all day. So it's just much more convenient. I forgot to mention, I also take a pre-workout. Now, a pre-workout is a mixture of different supplementation, and all that does is make me more focused and a little bit more hyped up for the gym. The major active ingredient there is caffeine. So it's just the same as if I had a couple of coffees in the morning, but I drink decaf coffee in the morning and then have my pre-workout supplement before I go to the gym. And that's a performance supplement. It helps me to do better in the gym and feel a little bit more awake in my early morning workouts. Same as most people use a coffee for before they start work. But most people don't need to take a pre-workout supplement. I like it. Not everyone does. But the 5 I would recommend for most people who are doing workouts on a regular basis is vitamin D, fish oil, zinc and magnesium, creatine monohydrate, and a protein shake. But remember, the answer to every question is to stop asking questions until you start doing things in the real world. So if you're not eating a healthy, regular diet that's going to get you to your goals, whether you take supplements or not, if you're not training on a regular basis and making progress without the supplementation, do that first and then think about maybe adding in supplements one at a time to see if they're actually beneficial for you to help with your performance, deficiencies, and convenience. And as you do that, if you come up with any questions, please send them my way and I'll answer your questions in a post like this. See ya!